if you've been playing as long as Big D, or even if you've just been playing Ultimate, you really don't have an excuse to not know how to fight Snake. Ice Climbers, there's like 3 in the world. All right, I just don't know how Grape could possibly know this matchup off rip. But I think Snake destroys this character. They're so liable to taking random explosions, and Snake has a ton of kill power, especially against the level 1 computer opponent that you can just smack with a back air, up air, forward smash. You can forward smash Nana free.
Right.
If you get the right setup.
The biggest thing is that we saw JW struggling a lot in the short game. Anytime he tried to go for some big hits to try and separate the two of them, he always found himself taking a hammer to the face from the Ice Climber he wasn't focused on. Snake doesn't have to play that mini game, as you call it. We're seeing it right here. Just keep his distance. Don't go in. Wait for the setup to come to you, and you're fine. Ices can't really do much against this, and we're getting direct evidence as to your hypothesis that Snake bodies this character, as
Definitely
he's already relegated Big D to Sopo, and he only now taking his first hit of the game.
All right, grenade in hand, Big D. I don't know if you have the juice to take Snake out from a position like this. Now, that X factor, that potential, hey, I don't know, this matchup factor of having to chase down Nana and Popo simultaneously, that's gone. And, of course, the character's just way worse on paper like this.
Absolutely, and gets the F tilt 2 now off stage. A little bit more of a lackluster recovery, of course, with just the single Ice Climber, so has to find some way to get around Nikita, and not just once, but twice. Second time's the charm, and Grape finds the first stock, having only taken 52%, and he can just go right back to his old tricks, separating himself from his opponent and letting the fireworks do their job.
One of the strongest assets the Ice Climbers have is those massive hitboxes, repeating hitboxes no less, on things like Squall Hammer, Up Air, etc. But you know what? They're just a little too big and clumsy to deal with grenades. There's no way that you can expect the same precision on the part of the Ice Climbers in this matchup, right? They're going to blow themselves up so much, and that's an easy separation.
Right, especially, you mentioned it earlier, Nana is a level 1 CPU with a little bit worse cognition. Does not make the right decisions in most situations. And Grape, of course, has the tools to abuse the heck out of that.
Oh, we're going to see them separated. Yup, goes right for the back air. Knows that Nana is programmed to hold toward Popo under all circumstances. Very, very predictable trajectory she'll take every time.
So, I mean, Max, you said that like maybe the ultimate Andy here in Grape wouldn't know the matchup would get caught the same way JW did with a big old matchup check to the skull, but that's not the case. He's been doing fantastically, not just at keeping the Ices separated, but at killing Nana before Big D finds the opportunity to get any sort of desync going. Now, back onto the stage, gets the side B, but it's kind of negligible damage at this current point because there's the C4 detonation, and down goes the Ices.
I'll be real, man. Grape has the luxury of not really having to know the matchup. It's just so difficult for the Ice Climbers to get a clean hit, to do anything against Snake. They're at risk of getting separated by explosions left and right if you're not perfectly frame tight.
I'm also going to say, I think more than any other character, or at least any other good character in Smash Ult, Snake doesn't play matchups, he plays Snake.
Yes, exactly.
You can get away with playing just about every single matchup the same, because your flowcharts really don't shift from character to character. It's just very grenade reliant, very C4 reliant. And speaking of grenade reliant, that grenade's going to pop Big D right up. 112.
Pure 112.
The perfect line. There it is.
Let's go. All right, Grape with a really strong start to game 1 here. Now,
we might see the DDD.
I was just going to say, that match was a train wreck, and I think that might call in the big boy. Big D's Twitter bio reads, or it used to, I don't know if it's still the same, Ice Climbers for show, DDD for dough. There's a lot of dough on the line here at the Pinnacle. A $7,500 prize pool, right? You don't want to let that go by the wayside just to use your swag character, right? And I think, I know that
Captain
I've heard
Falcon?
Well, okay, you know, that is also par for the course here for Big D. Another character that he's put a lot of time into, using him quite a bit throughout doubles. Also had a Smash 4 Falcon, so this is definitely better than ICs. So I think I would like to see the DDD. You could still maintain that matchup unfamiliarity.
Right, shoutouts to Adamus back in Tri-State to Trevor, because he might be the best player in the world versus Snake. Constantly beats the absolute crap out of Snake players with the DDD, and shows that matchup is pretty heavily DDD favored, actually, at least in my opinion. So I'd like to see Big D maybe go for it, but at least he's off to a better start than he was with Ices using this Captain Falcon.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we didn't see Big D go for that, but he has been on the Falcon a lot this weekend especially. See if it's warm enough to do the job against Grape, who's just honestly playing like a man-possessed in this top 8.
Maybe Grape summoning a little bit of Riddles' spirit, playing the Tekken music on this stage.
Not
Oh,
a bad
gets
idea.
the C4 stick. No, it falls off. Okay, just barely not able to get the confirm with that C4, but he is able to toss the grenade up. Big D just eats that and has to hold that out.
Wow, almost with the grenade into the C4 coming from the ledge. Grape, even when he's in a bad spot, still managing to keep hitboxes active, keep himself being dangerous. All right, Big D, what's the edge guard? Nothing. All right, gonna slip by with that air dodge. Another juggle situation here, but yeah, the grenade just makes it always a little more scary to edge guard Snake, or rather to juggle Snake. Oh, and Grape just messing up off stage.
I think that might have supposed to be a wave bounce grenade or a B reverse grenade, and it just turned into a Nikita. Unfortunate, but at least found himself a little bit of extra credit. Still has the lead, so can still play the Snake game. And what does Big D do here against the Snake pulling grenade on platform? I don't know what Falcon can really do there, because if he goes for Falcon dive to break the shield, he's just going to get popped out of it by a grenade explosion.
All right, here we go. Falcon off stage, not a situation in which he thrives. Nikita, a huge demon for that up B, lacking a hitbox, of course, so there's no way to really clank it out. You just got to dodge it, fade in and out. Grape not even pushed into the high percents by any means here, really hanging on quite well. Yep, the grenade's going to go off.
Almost gets popped into that C4 as well, trying to go for that double up air, maybe leading into either a bear or a knee, depending on if he could get that platform reset. But not able to find it now. 175%. Grape is a mere stray hit away from finding the stock.
Could also just finish it with a grab here. Wow, no down throw necessary. Just kills him straight up with forward throw. Grape, pretty fat lead here, but potentially might not last long against a character like Falcon. Offensive demon.
But that offensive demon has to contend with every single combo, every single hitbox being very vulnerable to being interrupted by grenade. And I think that's the big thing that we're seeing in this matchup is every time he gets something going, grenade just knocks on the door and says, hey, were you busy? Okay, cool.
Falcon kind of a heavyweight glass cannon, right? Even though he doesn't die at super early percents, you just exploit him, combo the hell out of him, edge guard him. He's like a plexiglass cannon, I guess. I don't know. But
bulletproof glass cannon. Gets the up smash there, too. Beautiful conversion. 75% though, that's not the best position to be in against a Snake as strong with the lead as Grape. Tries to pop the C4, wrong platform though, gets the F tilt instead. Sends him off stage and he's got to contend with these up smashes, the C4 stick too, and that's not going to be a beautiful DI from Big D.
Falcon in part due to his weight and fall speed and quite a bit of vertical survivability. Oh, and he doesn't get the spike hitbox, but Big D putting Grape in a terrible spot here. Oh, gets away with the air dodge, and now it's Big D in disadvantage, losing the stage control here.
Gets away with murder, actually, thanks to that grenade popping him off of ledge. Now lands with the lingering back air. That could have been it if Grape had punished it with an F-tilt, but Big D gets away with a secondary down B, the Falcon kick. Now the grenade pops him up yet again. He's got to get back to ledge. He gets away from the lingering back air.
Oh my God!
The raw up smash in neutral from Big D. He finds it. He robs the game away from Grape from a substantial lead.
The switch to Falcon paying off in spades for Big D. I mean, like, maybe not in spades, right? He was knocking on death's door for quite some time, made a huge comeback. Oh, man, how can you not get hyped for a match between Captain Falcon and Snake, two of the highest T characters in Smash Ultimate, man? This is just nonstop blood being spilled all over the stage. Even though you might think Snake's a campy guy, he's still sick, bro. Like, he gets down and dirty up close. It's cool when he sets up his field and gets things going, but Falcon there to just rush in and mess it all up.
I can't believe you scripted this, Max. You're a genius.
Dude, I know content, all right?
We are going to be getting into game number 3, running it right back to small battlefield. Still Captain Falcon, still Snake, and Grape. Well, he knows what went wrong because it was just that one final set of interactions that ended up spelling disaster for him. Perfectly even so far. Now a slight lead taken by Grape, and he's got to take those leads for all that they're worth because we've seen what happens when he lets Big D linger.
Honestly, man, Big D didn't even get any crazy edge guards against Grape either, and I'd say that's Falcon's strongest suit against Snake. Not just being able to rush through all the projectiles, but really being able to capitalize on those openings. Wow, goes too far with the Falcon dive. That was his only option, though, and Grape covers it perfectly.
Yeah, just drifts a little bit too far. Isn't able to get his feet underneath him, and Grape just pops that up tilt. It's a big old killer from Snake, and gets the star KO, too. Now only 75%. This is, we've said it, where Snake makes his money here in the barter system going for those trades.
Oh, back throw, grenade in hand. Oh, almost!
That would have been absolutely sick, but instead he's got to come back to stage past the mortar shell. Grape more than happy to eat that Falcon Dive command grab in order to lock Big D into his fate. Doesn't get the kill with it yet, though. 79%. He's getting close to where those big hitboxes are going to start to kill. Ledge cancels the down B.
All right, forward throw. Yo, Big D is not afraid to throw out these crazy options. Yep, the random down smashes, up smashes, Falcon kicks, you name it. Just banking on Grape, getting a little nervous and throwing himself right into it. All right, C4 on that platform. Yeah, going to create a little bit of hesitation on Big D's part. Make him think twice about the juggle.
Big D needs to find this kill, though. That's the thing. I don't think juggles really matter. But he is going to be just sent to Brazil there with that grab back throw on the ledge. 79% though. This is almost the exact same situation we saw during game 1. He's got to get back to ledge. He's got to get away from these up tilts. Finds it there, but good DI is going to result in him surviving. 121. Not going to take another one of those.
Oh, so many near openings on the part of Big D, but just unable to crack through. Still 0% here on Grape's second stock. He's looking great in this third game here.
Never before have I wished we could pull stats from Smash than now, because I want to see Grape's APM.
Dude, yes, Ultimate definitely lacking some of those statistical plugins that we could use to farm some really interesting and relevant data.
I would think Grape's APM has to be like approaching like, I don't know, like 100, 120 at this point. So many grenade pulls, so many just B reverses, so many wave bounces, everything.
Yeah, there's no way he's doing less than 2 things a second. I'd say, you know, 120 plus range for sure. Who knows though? I don't know. Ultimate's kind of an enigma when it comes to APM. We've never really seen it interact. Oh, and this might be all she wrote.
Oh, no.
Wow, it doesn't matter. Oh, it does.
Alive. Big D holding on by the skin of his teeth, but 127 on a final. Oh! Still has one more to take. Oh, what a read.
Dude, what is going on? I can't contain myself, bro.
Grape. Grape just like laying Big D so bare in front of everyone in this venue, everyone in this stream. Goes, I know what you want. I'm going to hit you with F-tilt 1, and I'm going to wait. And I'm going to let you kill yourself off of my own up tilt.
That was pretty insane, man. The bravery from Grape just saying, all right, man.
Die.
What's the next move? You're going to roll in, aren't you? And Big D takes the bait, offering up that last stock and that third game. Now we're seeing a very pensive Big D once again. Will he make the switch to DDD is kind of the big question of the day. Wow. Look at the venue. We still got a very lively crowd. We're here about 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. BC showing up big. They want to see their top dogs put in that work. Big D on the verge of going to grand finals, but Grape even closer. It's 2-1 his favor right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the switch back to Ice Climbers? He might have just signed his own death warrant.
It's entirely possible, maybe hoping that Grape got a little bit mixed up focusing on the Captain Falcon matchup during this. So the surprise switch back to Ices comes out, and he manages to get the manages to clutch out the win and bring us to Game 5, and then he can do another surprise switch. But regardless, it's going to be a tough Game 4 for him.
Could be maybe a stage thing. We started the set on PS2 with the Ice Climbers, switched over on Small Battlefield to the Falcon. Worked once, didn't work the second time. I don't know, Big D needs to come up with an answer because Grape is just looking unstoppable today. Potentially he's the best player in Ontario, by the way. I think it's kind of like too soon to call, right? Riddles has one less than stellar performance. You can't dethrone him immediately, but Grape is just on some other stuff this weekend. Sipping that special grape juice.
It's been much more even during this game than it was during Game 1, though, so credit to Big D for the adaptation despite not even playing the Ices in Games 2 and 3, but Grape still holding on to a pretty strong lead, sends out the Nikita, but just shields through all the damage coming his way. 81%. This is anyone's stock to take. Oh!
And he's jumpless as well. Going to have to use the Cypher. Gets way up there. All right, couple B reverses, busting him out of trouble. Now Grape, he's just going to retreat. Despite having the percent deficit here, he knows he is one up tilt, one clean hit on Nana away from turning the tides into his favor.
Gets the roll through, but my goodness, what a down smash from Big D to be able to take that stock out. This is the first time in quite some time that we've seen Big D with a stock lead, either on the Ices or on the Captain Falcon. So this is maybe boding quite well for him for the rest of this set, for his hopes of getting into Winterside Grands to represent BC, but still got quite a bit more work to do. Double up air, 38%, make that a triple for 51, but gets caught by that back air, and now that leaves him a little bit vulnerable in the offstage game. Tries for the ledge trump, but can't find it.
Oh, wow, yeah, Nana still actionable during the down throw right there. We're going to see Big D continue to extend this lead, just adding up the chip damage. Wow, Pippa cancels forward tilt. Oh, looks for the up B, doesn't find it.
Finds the down smash to take out Nana, and a little bit of unfortunate DI from the icy CPU. I don't think he should have died there, but it is going to be what happens nonetheless. And now Sopo stuck on the ledge versus Snake, but Max, he managed to get 112% extra credit. I don't think that can be understated. 112.
Insane pace right here from Big D. Looks like he's going to take this to a Game 5 if he continues that pace, but I don't know, man. Now that they're on even stocks, I think things are looking a lot better for Grape. As long as you're not trying to force a kill move, Snake can grind this out, especially against the Ice Climbers, who just really are not great in this matchup.
Going to be coming back to stage, though, and this is a little bit of that tough situation.
Oh, and the grenade,
himself with his own grenade. That's so unfortunate from Grape. He could have survived through that.
You think so? I don't know. He looked pretty dead to me, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think with an air dodge in, he could have made it back. Pops him up with a grenade. Gets the back throw, and oh my gosh.
Nana just too slippery. Able to cross up opponents on the ground, by the way.
Yeah, that's something that not a lot of people talk about, which is a little bit atrocious, that Nana, the only character in the game that can cross up grounded opponents.
I actually didn't know that until just now. I mean, I have seen it, but I didn't really process it.
I think there's certain situations where other characters can do it. For example, if you full dash at someone while they're on ledge and they hold shield, you can cross their shield that way. But in terms of just like pure center stage, Nana is the only one who can do that.
Oh, and Nana fails to make it back from the tether right there. All right, the belay, not enough to save her. Popo gonna have to do it himself for just a little bit longer. Oh, okay. No, can't reach the punish. Squall Hammer deceptively safe.
This Sopo going crazy, trying to chase Grape with the sphere off stage. Avoids the C4 detonation. 159.
All right.
That's
what are they cheering?
It sounds like they're saying Mr. Twister.
Oh, Sister Twister maybe? I think that's a tech with the Ice Climbers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's
I don't know what it is, though.
I think it's the rapid side B thing that they can do while they're desync.
Probably, yeah.
But I'm unsure. I don't play Ices because I am not one of 4 people on Earth.
Yeah. All right, well, Big D certainly making the case for this character.
98%. This is kill percent. He's one up tilt up air away. The iceberg's just coming for him here. Big D's like, you got projectiles, same, bro. Trying to go for the C4 stick, can't find it. Grape comes back down to the stage, has grenade in hand, trying to pop up Big D. And the scary part is, Max, that this is still very doable. This could be a 3-1 handshake.
It's so close! It's too close for comfort!
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, though, and he's got to be so careful that it doesn't become him.
Well, there's some hand grenades on stage.
There are a lot of hand grenades on screen.
Oh no, the Nikita connects. Is he going to kill Nana? Yes! Okay, Big D, one climber, one chance to do it.
Goes for the up throw, an interesting option, trying not to stale his other options. Pops up with the grenade, and now only about 12% separating, now 10. This is where Grape makes his money. Pops him up with another grenade.
Oh, and another one. Gets a jump back, though, yeah.
How does Big D land? How does Big D get past this with only one climber?
Just feints. Incredible mind games. Oh my god, another roll. He's dead. That's it. Grape goes to grand finals. The Invaders putting up some big results. BC gone from winner's bracket.
A beautiful handshake, too, there after Grape clutches it out. You can see him a little bit shaky as he wraps up his game controller because that was looking like Big D had it all figured out. One of Icy's worst matchups, if not the worst, in the entire game, and he very, very nearly went back to the character after counterpicking away and then just had the epiphany, had it all figured out.
Dude, the Falcon worked for a game. The Ice Climbers almost worked for a game, but who was really clocking in was that Snake. Grape from Ontario, repping Eastern Canada, going to make it onto the winner's side of Grand Finals. Who will meet him there, though? I don't know.
We got to figure it out. There's 2 BC players and losers, 1 Ontario. We're going to see if we could end up with the Ontario Ditto in Grands, but the thing is that should JW manage to slay out for the 2nd time this bracket, he's going to have to get his run back on Big D, and that set, it didn't go very well for him.
No, it absolutely did not. But you know what, man? Still a lot of Smash left to be played. Still 4 players remaining in the tournament.